Hey everyone, I stopped by Old Gray Cemetery. I wanted to get a little video of the cemetery in the snow. It's actually pretty for a place that it's a cemetery. But the snow scenes are really pretty. There's still a little bit of snow left on the ground here. As you can see, some of the statues there in the distance there. There's an angel statue, and here we have an obelisk type statue. It's really rather pretty out here. It's cold though. I think it's about 18 degrees, so I'm kind of freezing here, people. What I do for my YouTubers, ha ha ha. And there in the distance, there's one of those crypts. There's several of those in there. And up here in the National Cemetery, let's see if I can walk out here. I don't want to step in the ice. In the National Cemetery, there's the statue of the soldier. There's some of the older statues here. I think the Old Gray Cemetery was mainly for, I think, Confederate type soldiers, if soldiers were buried there. In the National Cemetery, I hear the church bells in the background. That's kind of interesting. They still have their Christmas wreaths. That's pretty. Let's get up there and look at those. And I believe this is a northern cemetery or national cemetery. And you can still see the type of fence they use. Okay, there's the placard for the cemetery. It's called the Knoxville National Cemetery. And here's a Veterans Administration placard, 1930 it says. It's a rather pretty cemetery here. And here's a placard reading about the establishment. Knoxville National Cemetery, established in 1863. It is this day rededicated to the memory of all the patriotic men and women who answered their country's call to service. Their inspiring contribution will help preserve in the hearts and lives of all Americans the spirit of patriotism, the love of country, and the willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. And we have Ronald Reagan, Harry Walters, Paul T. Banney, and this was a rededication ceremony in July of 1985. And here it shows all the, here's this statue. It's rather pretty in here actually. And then across the hill there, you'll see the Old Gray Cemetery. And there's a lot of other statues and stuff on the other side, but this one is mainly just the soldiers type grave marker here. Okay, this is one of several Civil War soldier monuments here, or gravestones. This one's for Captain Henry Miner. He was Company M, 3rd Regiment. It's hard to read out here in the sun, it's kind of faded. Ohio Volunteer Cavalry. He was born April 24th, 1831, and he died April 11th, 1906. So there's one of the Civil War ones. There's some older ones back there as well. Those are probably Civil War related there. And those with the shield may be cavalry, I believe. Cavalry? I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. James Myers, mechanic, 2nd Battalion, 4 Art Park, 1886 to 1928. I believe he was later than the Civil War. And you have this one here. Lieutenant John J. Bernard, 4th Infantry, U.S. Army, born April 1st, 1872, killed in battle at El Caney, Cuba, July 1st, 1898. I believe that was the Spanish-American War. Son of General R.F. Bernard, U.S. Army. They have a little gun across the top with a, looks like a water container there on it. That's kind of interesting. Okay, this is an interesting, rather large monument for this cemetery. It's Walter Marion Fitzgerald, Captain Company A, 4th Tennessee Infantry, War with Spain. He was born in Greenville, Tennessee on February 10th, 1868, and he died at Knoxville on January 28th, 1906. A man admirable for personal worth and lovableness, civic virtues, I'm cold here, people, and public spirit. His name was Fitzgerald, last name Fitzgerald, and he has a wreath there. It's up here next to the monument, the big monument. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed the little short tour of the 2 cemeteries here in Knoxville. The Old Gray Cemetery here and the National Cemetery over the hill there. They're interesting histories behind them, and they have all of the older prominent families of Knoxville here in Old Gray, and a number of Civil War Northern soldiers up in that one. It's really interesting. Little cemeteries here in the middle of the city. Thanks for watching.